been wrong. And the tears been falling for so long. But the more you try to work it out, it seems you're going around in circles. But your best is yet to come. Activating success. Activating success. Activating success. Activating success.
Welcome to a new and exciting episode of Activating Success. Today is a new day. Nobody wants to identify with a liability. Everybody wants to identify with an asset. So make yourself relevant. Be a solution to someone's problem. Do something positive with your life and be remembered for something. Don't go away. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
And now, Activating Success with Love Idoko.
Welcome back. Today we're honored to have someone who is an inspiration to countless people all over the world. He's an actor. He's also a comedian. Today we're honored to have AY the comedian. Welcome to Activating Success.
Thank you very much. I would have preferred you starting with he's a comedian and maybe now an actor. Before the visa, I don't come off a market to the other side.
Okay, that's where the market is.
That's the cocoa of the matter.
But a lot of people think you're making so much money from movies right now.
Oh yes, but that won't stop the mainstream.
Yes.
I mean, stand-up comedy, came up with the AY brand, and stand-up comedy gave birth to every other part of entertainment that the AY brand is enjoying right now. I want to appreciate and acknowledge the fact that AY is making money from movies now, but it's always very important to give it to that your very first love that drew attention to you as a brand. And for me, it's a stand-up comedy, and for that reason, I would just want stand-up comedy to come first.
Wow. What inspired you to go into movies?
Okay, what inspired me? First of all, I'm a theater art graduate. I majored in directing, and I am one of the very first students in the history of Delta State University to have directed a convocation production, a production that is synonymous with, the professors, the very big people in the theater, and that was as a result of, my HOD at the time, seeing what I did with my project, and decided that I should go for it. A lot of people do not know that part. So what they see outside Delta State University and in the outside world when I gain inroad into the business of comedy is somebody who cracks jokes. So they don't even know that I studied professionally. And apart from that, my wife was a major factor. I mean, she was there to do all the nudging and prodding. As a matter of fact, I did a show that didn't go well. As an artist, when you don't feel yourself, you're broken. And then she came to meet me at that very moment, and she was like, oh, come on, don't get over this whole thing. It happens. I mean, even to the biggest people who are in the business, so why do you want to kill yourself? And then she rubbed it in. I see you do all this wonderful stuff with your skits, and you have a lot of following.
That's true.
Whenever you come up with your skits. Why don't you just put something together and do a full-fledged movie?
Wow.
And then I was already nursing the idea of doing something. And that further inspired me. And that was what gave birth to 30 Days in Atlanta that landed me in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, wow. So how do you feel about that?
It feels good, and it makes me place value to not just my wife, also to believing in the fact that anybody can do anything if they are very passionate about it, if they have that dedication towards whatever it is that they choose to do. I mean, I feel good knowing fully well that that happened to my brand. And even the second movie that we did, A Trip to Jamaica, even surpassed 30 days in terms of domestic gross.
So you broke your own record.
Oh, yes. And then we have the wedding party, which is #1 at the moment. And but what that is also doing for the industry is knowing that all these things are doable if only we can put ourselves together, if only we can do the right thing, if only we can create that attention and attraction for the right audience to know that, yes, we can do it as Nigerians. Right now it's working. And I can tell you authoritatively that even before now, if you put an Hollywood movie in the cinemas here in Nigeria and you hear something called home video on Nollywood, people will run away. But now
That's
Nigerians want to patronize their own, and because it's beginning to work. It happened in the music industry. There was a time you go out to party or parties, you see people listening to the foreign songs. But right now, they're not born the DJ where me not play Nigeria song, me play like Fire Stretch. He's in trouble.
That's
so
true.
so that's it.
Okay, a lot of young people out there watching you right now are talented. Talent is everywhere. Talent, John Maxwell says that talent is as cheap as table salt. But a lot of people are confused about how to translate their ideas into reality. Some people are discouraged because they do not even have any sponsor. What do you have to say to young people that are talented and need to take their career to the next level?
It's a lot of sacrifice. And one of the major sacrifices is you believing in yourself, you telling yourself that you can do it. It's very, very important. And don't get involved in anything at all because you believe other people are making money from doing it. You need to have a passion for it. You need to come with your own vibe. You need to come with your own tonic because what's important is for you to know that people are doing something and you telling yourself that if I step in there this minute, I can make a difference. And the truth is the minute you make or create that change is recognized, is noticed. So a lot of young people need to put that at the back of their minds when they set out to want to do anything concerning entertainment or any business at all that you want to do. And another thing is you have to be consistent. Some people want to sell Gary today, and the minute they are selling Gary, they just turn left, and the other person is selling pepper. Immediately, they just want to go and sell pepper. And then they move from pepper to pure water. And that affects you. So people cannot associate you with something that is stable. So the minute you begin to create that distraction for yourself, you're also distracting your audience, your followers from knowing. I'm not saying that you can't do multiple stuff, but you need to create a brand. You need to be known for something, and that thing can give birth to every other thing. Like you rightly said, it was stand-up comedy from the very beginning. Now I noticed that with me having a brand name as a stand-up comedian, I can walk into somewhere and somebody will want to listen to me. That way, I've been able to build a brand. I've been able to create recognition for myself. And then when I take that step, you're going to look at me and want to say, okay, what can we do in line with this new direction that is trying to take us to? And that is where we are today, having a movie that is also doing well. I can also decide now. The only one I know that I won't decide to do is to go and sing. But anything that has to do with the business of entertainment, I can make that decision. Tomorrow I can decide that, okay, AY, you've come of age. Maybe this time is to create an entertainment TV channel. I have all the profile or profiling put together that will take me to that direction, that will make the man next to me listen and say, okay, well, in stand-up comedy, he did great. In movies, he also did great. Now he wants to go, let us cash in and do something with this. So it's about you being stable is also very, very important. And you talked about sponsorship. Yes, all of that is not automatic. The people cannot associate with you if they do not see something that you're doing different. And that's why you see people, they will use, okay, in the world of entertainment, they'll use the word blow. Somebody will see a techno. It's been there over time, begging to even perform at shows.
Are you serious?
And then you see somebody like a Davido, name them, Runtown. But right now, it's different. Now they've been able to create a brand. People now know that that's it. This is what we're looking for. And techno, Davido and Runtown needs to be consistent. Consistently involved with their creativity, with the process of making that brand name. And as soon as you make it, every other thing that looks like what you've lost for years will just start coming. That's why a techno will reject a car, because he can afford to buy himself a car. You know,
That's true.
The turnover will just make up for all that time, all the long suffering and what have you. Likewise in every other business.
Wow. I'm getting inspired here.
Thank you.
In case you're watching us right now, believe in yourself. Don't let anybody talk you down. Don't go away. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
Hello, friend. I'm Mike Murdoch. Keep watching Activating Success with my wonderful, wonderful friend, Love Idoko.
This is Bishop Noel Jones, and I want you to continue watching Activate Success with Love Idoko.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Activating Success with Love Idoko, and we're so honored to have AY the comedian. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, your success story is very inspiring. Where you are today is a function of hard work, dedication, and commitment. I believe that you had a very rough beginning, you know. People watching you right now want to learn something from your story. Just a summary.
Just a summary. What else can I say about Ayodeji Oluwagboyi Babamiga Makun? Well, you can call me AY. He's the same person we're talking about. What can I say? Back in the day, yeah, what else can I say? Grew up from a family of 7, the first male child. And we won't see Tunera and come on TV and say it's always been rosy. No, it's not always been that. The same AY in front of you was once a bartender.
Wow.
The same AY in front of you was once a dry cleaner. The same AY in front of you was once working in the saloon as a barber. The same AY in front of you before now was a bus conductor.
Bus
So
conductor. Wow.
when you put all of this together and you look at a man today, I wouldn't say that I'm there yet. I'm still gravitating towards reaching my peak. And bottom line is that it's not always been easy, but what really worked for me is the kind of background. You know, sometimes the home front, that structure is very, very important for the kids. There are many, many, many people out there today. They lack this parental, guidance, and they tend to just lose it, even at a very tender age. And for me, growing up in that very, religious background, religious to the core, whereby things must be done appropriately. When it's time for you to enter your room, you enter your room. When I say room, not me say I get my own room. It's to enter the room and parlor. It's you. I mean, all of that really molded me, especially from the perspective of my parents, bringing us up in the way of the Lord, which really, really helped us. But I was very stubborn though. growing up, I was very, very stubborn. I had my primary education in Warri, born in Warri, primary education, Warri, Delta State, secondary school, Warri, Delta State, university, even though they get University of Warri, like another one for go. But it was just 30 minutes away from home, which was Delta State University in Abraka. So growing up was, though somewhere along the line I lost my parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Both parents.
Yes, I lost my parents. And when I was in the university, I was doing the campus beauty pageant, gather some little money. From there, I would send my younger ones to school. From there, I would buy them their books. And so it was, the AY now was AY in the making and the process. So everything back in the day I would do just to keep that prayer point that I saw my mom made for us, not to be in vain. Because she kept on praying and said, yeah, and you know, faith without work is raised to power zero. So I did all the things I needed to do, from the list I gave to you, to see myself through school, to also partnering with my younger ones to see them through school as well. But today, the story is different. The story is no longer the same. I'm a happy man, and I'm very, very comfortable. And it could be better, but I thank God for where I am.
Wow, very inspiring story, I must say. Now, quickly, you produced a movie, 30 Days in Atlanta, and it broke a world record. Shortly after that, you produced another one, A Trip to Jamaica. It surpassed that record. Now you're working on a new movie as well. So I know it has to do
10
with
Days in Sun City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you already broke a world record. You know, what pushed you? What was the driving force? Most people, when you achieve something, you know, very big, you tend to relax. Like, okay, I've done something. So why are you not relaxed? Why are you?
I mean, the people around me who know me so well, starting from my wife, will be answering this question. They'll say, love, don't go there. He's a workaholic.
Oh, wow.
I'm this kind of person. I don't want to be a local champion. I want to move from one level to another level. I love to be celebrated. And as soon as I'm basking in that euphoria of celebration, in my head, I'm thinking, what's next? Which is also very, very important, which is what I also think a lot of young people should do. They should not just dwell in their comfort zones and be happy with whatever comes their way. What's also important is for people to say, okay, that was a fluke. And for you to come back and prove them wrong.
Yeah.
And the more they talk, the more you come back and do something. When you get to the stage and the point where the same people begin to say, oh, I'm not gonna leave that one, no. It's going nowhere, it's forward ever for him, then you know that you've achieved something. And for me, I hardly sleep. Sometimes I just have this belief that 24 hours is not enough for AY because of the things that I need to do, the things that I need to achieve. I'm here today, and I'm also planning a big show coming up, AY Live on Easter Sunday. And then there's this movie that I just did in South Africa, 10 Days in Sun City. I'm editing. As I'm editing, we're getting ready again to shoot another one in July, which is going to be the sequel to 30 Days in Atlanta, what we call part 2 in this part of the world. That one is somewhere around the corner. And all the tours I have to do this period. So it's me waking up every day, thinking of what next to do, and how to do better, and how to be my best in everything that I do.
Wow, this is so inspiring. If you're watching us right now, you have to get up and do something. The day you feel you have arrived, you will kill your ability to be productive. So keep working, keep pushing. One day your time will come. Okay, finally, this is Activating Success. A lot of people are watching you right now. The person is confused about life, depressed, believes that Nigeria is in recession, and is at the verge of giving up. What word of encouragement do you have for such a person?
Recession is something that I don't want to see it as it's not a new gist. It's something that we all know. But what is important is, what are you doing? There's recession. does that mean that we are just going to fold our hands and just wallow in whatever situation that we find themselves? You can put yourself in session in this recession. And when you create that session for yourself, what that simply means is that create time for yourself, do something. Think of what you can make out of anything. There are people worldwide who just sit down, all they need to do is think. There are some IT experts worldwide that people just take their ideas. All they need to do is sell the idea to somebody who has the money to buy it, who has the platform to use it. And then they are transformed. So for anybody who wants to do anything, be it entertainment, be it any form of business or what have you, just tell yourself that you can do it. Just be dedicated. Now, somebody will say it's still not easy because you also need funds to start some of these things.
True.
Now, you also need to find a way to connect with vision helpers. Everybody needs that vision helper, somebody who is going to help you achieve that vision. And for some of us, it's difficult to meet such people, but then when they see your efforts, when they see the level of dedication that you put into something, someday somebody's just going to say, my friend, it's time to run with you because you've been running alone and I see you going places. And before you know it, you see yourself getting there. And young people should neglect or annihilate themselves from just believing that this person, if I meet this person today, my problem is solved. Or you'll be banking on, if my uncle gives me X amount of money, if that big bros looks at my direction, the next thing I'm there. No. The big bros is looking at you too. He knows that you are going to cause him a lot of trouble. And then if he sees you doing something, that's the best way to approach even big men.
Exactly.
You must do something that they will recognize. It's not every time you go and start begging for money. Please, I need to do this, I need to do that. Do something. Let it show. Put something on the table. Sell that idea. Let him just look at himself and say, okay, now money I get to, but this boy get idea. Get him to invest. Get him to do something. Before you know it, you're there.
Thank you so much. This
Thank
is
you.
so inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Hi, my name is Shaka Pim.
My name is Desmond Elliott.
You're looking for a world-class venue
For your conferences, weddings
seminars, dinners, and weddings.
in Makurdi, Benue State, you finally found one. The Dream Center. That's your perfect choice. Everything events. Number 5 Kashim Ibrahim Road, beside Immigration Office, Old GRA, Makurdi, Benue State.
The Dream Center, everything events.
See you there.
Wow, that was so inspiring. Wherever you find yourself, you must work very hard. The Bible says that if you're willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. So God requires our cooperation to bless us. So wherever you find yourself, make sure that people know you for what you do. Have something to do. Maximize your potentials. Talent is everywhere. It is possible to be a great man. It is possible to be a great woman. Join us same station, same time next week.